All right. Shelflife 51. What do you think? I got a new old chair. I've had this for a while. It's super duper comfortable. I got it for free from you'll never guess where. One of my favorite places. The Dump. That's right. This is my music chair where I play all my instruments and I'll sit and I'll play with software and what have you. But anyways, I thought it would look good for the video. If it looks like crap or if this sounds like garbage, let me know and maybe I'll change it in some way, helping your viewing and entertaining and book deepening experience. With that being said, let's get into it. We're going to take our deep breath. We're going to center. Shake it out of the body. Up close. Everything's moved. I don't know how to do this. There's always, if you look at my videos, because they've always been kind of low rent, we're beyond a year. We can kind of up it eventually with production. But there's always this glare because I have this one light that's just like a bare bulb once it gets past a certain height. And it gives you this faded washout right over here usually. So I struggle with that every time when I'm setting it up, doing for testing. But anyways, we got some rubus tea. I don't know. It's late. It's Sunday night, and we have had a fun time reading. I'm kind of just freeballing this episode, kind of hanging out. And for a while, it was just Shadow Ticket. And that was definitely felt like a reading slump, especially after Schadenfreude, because that was Chunky Boy followed by Not So Entertained. Anyways, not talking about that. What we are going to be talking about is how I totally took a turn, and we'll get into that. Let's see. We took some quick notes, and let's not just veer off of them immediately. Yeah, we're kind of like just figuring out where we're going for the rest of the year. And I know everyone right now is doing like a 10 for the rest of the year kind of list. That's not happening. 10 is absolutely outlandish. But let's talk about what we're probably going to be doing for the rest of the year. The only real plans that we have for the remainder of the year are Thomas Pynchon's Mason and Dixon. I got the companion, which I'm wicked stoked about. Also, I've said this before with Pynchon, I've kind of gone into things blind before and enjoyed the funness of it, but I'm going to be doing a group read with this, and I've never really hard annotated, really looked everything up. And now that I've had like a bunch of Pynchons under my belt, like, okay, let's give the first read its due diligence. So that's what we're going to be doing. And through the discussion that we've been having so far, it doesn't look like we're going to plow through this in a month. So I think the first month, December, we're going to be doing part 1, which is this much. I think it's 250 pages-ish. Whoa, I lost it. Anywho, about 250 pages for part 1. That's not going to sustain me for a whole month. I'm sorry. It's not, we're not going to be doing that. But we are going to pair that tough Thomas Pynchon with something that we already started, and we can't DNF things. Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged. I started this last month because everyone hated seeing it. It used to be right here. And every video I made, someone would have a little snippy comment about, get rid of this book. It's the worst book ever. And you've driven me to see it for myself. So I'm seeing it for myself, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's interesting. I'm on page 178. Who is John Galt right there? And it is about industrialists and companies, and it is so over the top, dramatized, and it just has that that very Hollywood, like the lady leaning out of the train, like it's just so overly dramatic when it doesn't need to be, and that can be fun. You know what I mean? You ever watch just an old movie and you're like, this is just bonkers and totally ridiculous, and like who talks like this? That's what this book is. This is fun. This is desperation and screaming from the mountaintops. I could definitely see where, if you were really political, you could get really angry with this book. But like if you're not and you're removed from all that and you have your own opinions and you read books, like you can usually get around things. And this isn't the a slide on separating art from the artist. That's a different discussion. But this is just like read it for yourself. Like, but I think this will, because I've been chewing on this, it's really not hard to read. It's just long. Everyone's like, oh, it's so boring. It can be kind of boring. It can be kind of redundant, but sometimes you want something kind of brain dead and redundant. Maybe this will get better, but so far, this is like watching TV for me. And I think that's going to go really good with Mason and Dixon. And then finally, the only other definite for the remainder of the year, I'm going to finish this, Nicomachean Ethics. I think I have a list of philosophy that I'm slowly, chronologically working through. And this is also really easy to read. It comes in books. Like there are short books. Yeah, I'm on book 6, chapter 6. And right now we're going through, like I have a note right here, who we call wise. And it's like annotating who we as a society would consider wise, because it's like, where do you get wisdom from? Well, first we must define who wise men are. But it's logical, and it's easy to follow said logic. It's like, okay, that makes sense. I see where that could be useful. I see where like that simplifies things. All right, I can see where these are like little hacks to cut down the inefficiencies of decision making. So I've kind of lost the rhythm with this, but it's easy to put down and pick back up and take a bite-sized chunk out of. Same with this, which is why I'm kind of putting them off right now until December, because some books, when you read them, if you put them down for more than a day, you're completely lost. You have no idea. And it's like, I'm not restarting this book. So I'm going to keep my momentum going. These ones, it's like I put this one down for like 2.5 weeks. And it was like, I picked it back up. I'm like, oh yeah, got it. We're mad at this guy for the transcontinental thing through Colorado. Got it. Reardon Steel. Perfect. Easy to pick back up on. But like, I don't know. Other books. Infinite Jest. That was a rough one to pick back up after leaving down. Now, after the doldrum of Shadow Ticket, and after the, oh my God, amazement of Schadenfreude, I kind of needed to get away from the, like, cerebral aspect of things. And it's not like I went and read a whole bunch of junk, but it's like I need some like refreshers. It was like I needed to like just drive my motorcycle fast for a little bit. So I was talking about palate cleansers, and I was like, yeah, guess what? I had like Atlas Shrugged and Nicomachean, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna mix it up. And this week in 2 days, I read Agua Viva from Clarice Lispector. This is my second one after Hour of the Star, which was phenomenal. This was another level of phenomenal. And I'm going off the cuff here. I had a bunch of notes. I annotated this, but like it just turned into underlining. Let's see. Parts that reminded me of my dad. Like stars, bows, pairs with Schadenfreude, like it. I have stuff all over the place in here, and this was honest. Like this was just so good. Like this is why I like reading. And Clarice, this is 2 out of 2 for her. I don't know what it is, but like she is a lightning rod of an author. Like I'm gonna I have to get another one immediately. I think that this is like a set, so there's like 4. Yeah, like this is a picture, so there's gonna be 4 of them. I'm gonna have to start collecting Clarice, because this stuff is absolutely amazing. I was blown away by this. and there's like kind of no plot. It looks like we're going from, it's like prose and speech to, all right, I'm out of here. And then it would be the next paragraph. Okay, I'm back. Like kind of journal entries, but not dated or made like with the events of the day, little stories. And it was all about like how to express yourself and the voice within yourself through medium. Like in this, I can't even call it a story. In the book, painting is one medium of expression, and we've moved now to the word, and we're writing about moving expression to the word and what the spirit in that is. And also we're getting toward what appears to be end of life, or at least contemplating mortality. So we are using that expression, writing, to have a conversation with God if he dares to exist, and how we are going to use joy, the emotion and the feeling and the expression of joy as a rebellion of God because I'm insulted that we have to die. And I'm afraid of the idea of nothingness and oblivion. So I'm going to spite said maybe God. And that has been put into this 88-page book. And it is absolutely phenomenal. And holy cow. So I really contemplated having this whole Shelflife 51 be a really in-depth review of Agua Viva. If you want me to do an in-depth review of Agua Viva, like a standalone one, and really go into the weeds about it, let me know. And in general, do you want those kinds of videos where I will like I did one on Solenoid, and I think I did one on Gravity's Rainbow. Do you want the ones that are longer and more in depth for one book? Or do you like this kind of hodgepodge? Hey, here's what I read in the past week or 10 days. I kind of don't know where to go with that. Or would you like a back and forth once a month? A couple updates, like, I don't know. But I could definitely see this being a standalone review on this channel. So, finished this in 2 days. This was amazing. Riding off the wow, the thrill of a mood read. And that was so good. We, pause, got book mail. We got book mail. And we got, nobody corrected my pronunciation. Goethe, I don't know. Goethe, Faust, part one. I got two of these, one for me, one for my wife. Someone was like, they made a snippy little comment. How come you bought two instead of just buying one? Like, and then buying part two? It's like, because I'm buddy reading it with my wife. If we both want to read it part two, then I'm going to buy part two of them. So, anywho, I'm planning on having a fun reading activity with my wife. It's going to be amazing. And we are reading Faust, part one, small, bite size chunks, something we can do together, and something that's not going to be overwhelming with someone who has a busy schedule as a mom, and me who I already have a whole lot to read. I just want to do something together. And she picked the book. Someone said to her in a class that she was taking, or with her friends, like, oh, someone recommended that I should read Faust. And I'm like, Faust, Mephistopheles? And I'm like, so set me off. And now we're going to read it together. And I'm super excited about it. But we have to still figure out a schedule for this and how it's going to work with the holidays. And this is going to be a slow burn with the rest of the slow burns and the other buddy reads. This is a buddy read that's going to be in January, East of Eden. So I have all these buddy, multiple slow, more than a month reads coming up. So feeding off of that quick palate cleanser and the thrill of a mood read, we then went to another one that has been on my TBR for freaking ever. Hubert Selby Jr.'s Last Exit to Brooklyn. I started this midweek. I'm on page 60, and holy freaking cow with this one. This is gritty. This is grimy. This is dirty. This is the seedy underbelly of New York City. I think I want to say late 50s, early 60s. I don't quite know, but it's got the vernacular. kind of surprised me. I think this has the Cormac McCarthy effect where there's no punctuation. Cormac, I kind of stayed away from because I was like, oh, I don't know if I can handle that. And he's supposed to be really. Anyways, this is kind of the same experimental reading, but it's just this is like the grime punk rock. Like if you've ever seen Requiem for a Dream, this is that guy. And last exit to Brooklyn, I'm on. Like they're talking about just this life around this one seedy New York bar that's kind of like near a pier, and there's like people from the military around stopping by, and there's all sorts of like the dregs of society from that time, and they're all just in this crock pot. Like it's gnarly. It is just totally gnarly, and like I want to take a shower after reading this book. It is so much fun. But I'm thinking that it's about 300 pages. I'm on page 60. I could kind of like just go on like a reading vacation, and like I'm just kind of gonna drop everything. I'm just gonna finish this, and maybe I could squeeze in another shorty before the end of the month. Because what is it? The end of the month is 10 more working days right now, and then it's like a long weekend. Maybe I'll take the long weekend off. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do the long weekend. That's probably when I'm gonna fill Shelflife 52. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, tune in, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna hang out with this because I know all the other books that I've talked about I could just pick up at any time, and December's right around the corner. So I think I'm going to be surprisingly finishing this up. Let's see. Do I have anything else I wanted to talk about? Here's a bonus thing. These books right here. These are not fiction or literature or reading. These are training books, and if anybody's interested in barbell training or fitness or lifting weights, it took me a long time to figure out that Mark Ripito and Starting Strength really know what they're talking about. It's very basic. It's not aesthetic. It's old school. You might like Mark Ripito, but this is as cut, dry, basic, and effective as it gets. I love these books. They're invaluable to me. There, finally, I gave Starting Strength the pitch I wanted to. Plus, they're fun. Let's see. Oh, and the haikus ended. I did that for a year. I wrote a haiku a day for a year. That ended, and now I just have a bunch of them. I didn't say that last episode because there's just so much to go over again. But yeah, that was over. Refreshing, and I'm still writing them, but I just have so much poetry and stuff. I don't know what to do with. And the same thing. That's another one. What's our next poetry? Because I don't have any poetry on the docket right now. I'm thinking Leaves of Grass, Walt Whitman. This is another small. You know what? This might wind up being that 4-day, 3-day, whatever I decided to be weekend. Yeah, I think I might do this one. Anything else that might just pop out at Slaughterhouse 5, that might be another one. But you know what I mean? This is how I wind up planning around my year and just getting to what I want to do. I like doing lists. I like pacing. And if you don't have these plans, at least for me, these things never get done. And then, see, it's fun to like just go with a mood read because I know I'm still on track. It's like, okay, cool, little tangent. All right, come back. So it's like you're setting up your own curriculum. But I think I've rambled enough. There's a bunch of other stuff and philosophical. Oh, what has this channel taught me about reading? How has it made me more accountable? We'll get into all that. Or better yet, why don't you ask me a question? So anyways, I've rambled enough. Thank you all. I love you very much. Continue to read. Keep reading. Tell me what you're reading. Tell me what you bought. I don't care. Tell me about something totally irrelevant. And with that, stay warm. Have a wonderful time. Move your ass. And yeah, have a great day. Love you. Read something. Bye.